The last video I had just got completely deleted. Here we go again. I know why her kids and her family let her sleep in the car. Because she can hear me right now. Susan can hear me. Because she knows what's going on. Like, it's like one-on-one, I'm fucking good with all these people. Like, it's like that with a lot of people. One-on-one, it's like, okay. I guess the only person I'm not super good with one-on-one is Pat. Because it's always going to be the same rules. I can't sleep with my feet where his head is. That's one thing you said. Like, if I feel weirded out, like one time I almost had sex with him, or like I was dry humping him when I was like asleep, and that would just kill me if anything ever happened. Mostly for like medical reasons because of human papillomavirus. Everything else is just guilt. Like, okay. So he says I would never let that happen or whatever. Fidel says exactly the same thing. That's his rule too. If I'm ever staying at a shop with him, okay, last time, this is not the first time. Like, he claims we had sex. I don't know. He like, I was basically asleep. I was so tired, so fucking like off the meth. Like, I was just, you know, like when you fall asleep with the tea in your hand and you just smoked 5 seconds ago, like you have a big problem. You're really tired. Okay, so I get that tired, right? But I also get really sexual because I'm not naturally sexual. So Fidel like was fingering me and eating me out. I had just gotten off my period, but like it was fucking bomb. But the thing is, like, I was like 1/4 there. It was like my subconscious was like, I'm down, like, but at the same time, like, I will never, like, I don't want to give myself to someone who's like, just out of self-respect. It's my fault for being there, being in that situation. Like, so I told him, like, can we sleep, you know, the other way? Like, so my feet are where your head is, like, da-da-da. That was the first time I asked him. He said no, da-da-da-da. So we ended up sleeping together, and then I did that sexual stuff with him. The next day, he's like, okay, fine. I'll let your head be this way and that way, as long as we're next to each other. And I was like, no, I don't want to do it like that anymore. Like, I go back and forth, but seriously, like, it's like you just did what you did, like, yesterday. Is it okay if I just sleep on the couch and, like, you sleep over there? No. Then I'm gonna drop you off. Nice friends I have, right? Okay. So, I don't feel comfortable cuddling with Pat. I think it's creepy to cuddle with people that you're not in love with. If ever I do, I'm just, okay, I'm turning desperate. Not because I can't walk away, but because these people are the only key I have to, like, the truth. And that's just these people. Now let's go back to my mom, who's playing the fool. She's playing all sides of the story. First she's my friend, then she's like da-da-da-da. For what? I don't know. Go back to my aunt. Like, this all started with my aunt. Like, joke's on who? Like, but you see, if you think about it, it's not really that big of a deal the men are doing. I guess a lot of men have share that outlook. What about my family that's, like, putting me in that? What about my cousin Vadim Budilovsky, who worked for Morgan Stanley and lives in New York now, who just left me. I never left off on bad terms with you. You still refuse to reach out to me. You piece of shit. You're a piece of shit, like, relative. Your mom was right. You really are, like, lower than, like, the area around the perimeter of the apartment. You really are. You're lower than the area of the apartment that they altered when I was living in Camarillo, and they put apparently what Pat says are speaker wires, like 4 or 5, like, no, like 7 or 6 little, like, they look like very thin, like an E string of a guitar, like golden, and then they painted over them around the entire apartment. That's when I started getting electrocuted and all this crazy stuff started happening. You really are lower than that, my cousin. Because at the end of the day, they're still here, and they obviously they could hear me say this shit, right? Okay. But my mom and my family and my cousin, like, they're really trying to play like all sides, you know, like they're trying to blame it on the drugs, blah, blah, blah. They're the ones that put me in this situation. And I barely hear my mom ever. Like, someone's always babysitting me. It's not my mom. It's not oh boy. Like, someone's always here with me, the voices. Like, the people, or someone made a good computer. It makes me think, like, in a way, like, that makes her a shitty mom. Maybe not. It's just, my goal is, would they ever admit it? That they were wrong? It comes down to that. Like, will the cops ever admit that they were wrong? But those are just, like, little, like, I guess if you think about it, they're, like, make you, like, stupid shit. Like, okay, fine. Like, at the same time, if it's your first charge or your second charge, it's kind of a big deal. It throws you, like, that's what they say about Ventura. Like, once you're in the system, you're fucked. And ask anybody that. I don't know why they say that. It shouldn't be like that. But it's kind of like the cops contributed getting me into the system. The neighbor contributed. Everybody contributed a little bit. When really, all you had to do was, like, knock on my door and say, you're being loud, you guys. I wake up at this time. Like, look, how about this? Go downstairs to my apartment. You open the drawers and I want you to hear how loud it is. Like, you know, just so you know, like, or like walk across the carpet, just see how loud it is. Anya, please, you have to keep it down, or like, we don't know what to do. We don't want to break our lease. We don't want to move, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, the neighbors could have talked that way to me, but apparently I was never being loud. They said, I don't even know what the fuck the complaints are about. This is videos about everything. I'm going to try to post it. $100 is it's not going to post. It's Monday, a few days after the 13th of, Friday the 13th. Again, it's Friday the 13th, March. It's raining. That's Elks Lodge over there. I haven't took my phones. I don't know. I guess I took a big test on everybody. That's super controlling. Can't even let me, like, make a call out of his phone. Same thing with Shelly. At the time when I wanted to. Fidel. I don't know. Like, I have a feeling it has something to do with fucking a big, big crime. Such as the ones I discovered. I'm really worried about the bank fraud. Like, for real, somebody put himself on the line. Like, I really did discover bank fraud. I wonder if Bank of America on Saviors in Oxnard still lets you make Capital One payments from the teller. I wonder if Lisa from Thousand Oaks, Bank of America, who supposedly got fired, I wonder if she remembers that in her system, the time that my address was changed to 3340 or something Frost Avenue, where my friend Ulysses lived. I wonder if she remembers that her system gave her the exact time when that was changed. Or I forgot what it was, but basically, like, their computers and their information, different Bank of Americas, say different stuff. Like, I never changed my address to 3430 or whatever, Frost, or 33, whatever, in Oxnard, 93033. Or did I? I definitely didn't change it on my Capital One statement and my Bank of America. And how is that a premier credit union? The lady that said I chased her up, I threatened with her with a knife or something like that. And were Cartwright, the police officer, came. The same police officer that came when the police was called at Bank of America. It's just fucking weird. I'm gonna post this video. It's way too fucking big. 9 minutes and 35 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna take it to 9 minutes and 40. 3, 9.